Without gaps in time, no distinct time could ever be given. No truly new day could ever dawn yet again, without the gap of the night between one day and another. Until that very moment, Pariah had always felt her name fit her perfectly. She had always felt like a pariah, even before she was declared one. But now, everything had suddenly shifted. Our pariah dwells within the walls of the eternal mountaintop city of Clôture, where a heavy snow falls against its heavy gray walls, fortressed against time's lateral pulse. Pariah had always been different. She stood out, and there was never a safe thing to do in Clôture. Pariah's large hazel eyes possessed a strange magic. Anyone she gazed at saw a truthful reflection of themselves. She sees truth, and because of this always felt the call to protest injustice. Because of this vocation and her truth-seeing, Pariah was banished from Clôture.
I wander unwanted, broken but honest, displaced and dishonored, a prisoner of my conscience, so lonely and so longing, with no sense of belonging. This road stretches beyond me. These dreams, they still haunt me, with no wisdom to offer, and no coins in this coffer. My truth is my coffin, no justice, just us.
Once the Cloture Assembly had passed the motion to make a pariah of Pariah, it first tried to humiliate her before expelling her from the city. The exiling citizenry held her in place and cut off locks of her hair. They cast her outside the city's walls, through the iron-wrought gateway, sending her rolling down the mountain, laughing and jeering all the while. Pariah is covered in dust, filth, and blood from her long fall down the mountain. A jagged, ugly cut on her skull where a rock had been thrown at her glows crimson on the snow. Pariah arises and turns her back to the laurel forest to face the place she once called home atop the mountain. Pariah's despair and desolation gives way to sheer rage. Reaching into her tall boots, she grabs her knife and takes it to her own remaining hair. She stands defiantly, looking up the mountain with contempt. If they wanted her hair, let them have it. Pariah herself, however, they could not have. Pariah, surrounded by piles of her shorn locks, drops her knife and raises her 2 middle fingers to Cloture. Pariah is indeed a pariah now.
Two middle fingers up. The damage is done, the scars linger from it. I gaze at the stars to see a new me. Feel pain in my heart, and so I do speak. So I truth seek. So it goes while walking this open road. Feet dipped in soil while clipping these mortal coils. To protest this toil, I dream and see visions. Banished from my positions, new definitions. Up. The damage is done, the scars linger, but I will not give this up. I will not live a lie. Yes, I would rather die in solitude with bald fists unpacified. I am your pariah, the word in the fire, pursuer of truth. I'm allergic to liars. No, I will not be quiet. No, I cannot be silenced. Banished to foreign lands. My religion is riot. Your religion is rotten. All the lessons forgotten. Y'all corrupted the prophets and deducted the profit. done, the scars linger, but I will not give this up. I will not live a lie. Yes, I would rather die in solitude with bald fists unpacified. I am your pariah, the word in the fire, pursuer of truth. I'm allergic to liars. No, I will not be quiet. No, I cannot be silenced. Banished to foreign lands. My religion is riot. Your religion is riot. All the lessons forgotten. Y'all corrupted the prophets and deducted the profit. Holders of law and order, makers of walls and borders, who micromanage the psychophants who all support it. I am your pariah, the words in the fire, pursuer of truth. I'm allergic to liars. I'm allergic to liars. I'm allergic to liars. Out, beat up, bad mouth, mob rule, madhouse, drink fool, passed down, gold locks, locked off, teardrop, sad clown, mad face, man-made, expat, exile, new world, new words, F-U, refuge, justice, just us, reckless, recluse, setbacks, get back, expand, excuse, complex context, expand, exclude, banging on the walls of your citadel. Something about your laws ain't sitting well. On my soul as I roll through this living hell. Some can barely make a living, others living well. Got me livid, this division is a bitter pill. Looking in from the outside, bitter still. Bitter pain, bitter angst, bitter anger. Bitter words on the tongue of a stranger. They say a little bit of truth can be dangerous. A whole lot and a whole lot hang you. They say a little bit of truth can be dangerous. A whole lot and a whole lot hang you.
Delirious from head trauma, Pariah collapses in the clearing. In the dream into which Pariah then fell, she awakens on the ground in a state of complete quiet and peace. Next to her, the branches of a sprawling bay tree spread themselves out broadly against the moonlight. There is nothing threatening about the looks of the spreading tree, or of the light breeze that gently rustled through its berry-laden branches. Rather, the sight of the tree and the sound of the wind rustling, it deepens the sense of serenity Pariah awakens into. Our Pariah is a waking dreamer, unable to discern reality from illusion. She opens herself up like a blooming flower, and in her newly unfolded openness beholds for the first time that she is not alone. Standing beside her, in her dream, is another woman, older than Pariah, but shining with a glow of eternal youthfulness. The woman of the dream stands where a moment before the bay tree had been. The woman looks smilingly into Pariah's upraised eyes and speaks.
Uncover the unseen. Imbalances to delve deeper into the present, if only with our feeling of responsibility to guide us forward, beyond. Beyond the simple construct of what's been expected of us. And to see her enthusiasm
body as she gazes up at the apparition of Laurie Green and sees it slowly vanish before her, leaving her all by herself in her dream.
Let this desire be reason enough, and let it show us how to heal by example. How to move so freely into the wonder of wisdom, into the wisdom of and use it well.
She awakens from her dream to find herself in complete solitude. After lying a bit longer awake, alone but not lonely, in the gray forest, Pariah looks up to see yet another visitor walking towards her. This time, not in a dream. This is Poser, our witness to this tale. Unbeknownst to Pariah, he had been with her all along, silently watching the scene unfold. When the iron gates of Clôture were flung open and Pariah was exiled, Poser left the city trailing behind her. He is another witness to truth, a truth Pariah has yet to see. When Pariah had gazed at him in the jeering crowd, he saw himself as a witness. When they banished Pariah, he knew he could not go home again. Throughout the time she spent in the forest clearing, Poser had watched Pariah silently, afraid to announce his presence. Poser enters the clearing. He knew he needed her courage more than she needed his aid. Poser gazes at Pariah, who returns the gaze. They see themselves clearly in one another's eyes, under the gleaming light of the moonlit sky. The two lovers embrace, pretending the night will last forever. They have known each other since the end of time.
For one night, just pretend. You can be the earth while fire, air, and water guide me along every square inch of your oceans and your masses of land, toward that serene balancing point, so you never have to deviate from your axis ever again. Just pretend.
In serene acceptance as she wanders away. If there were no breaks in a line, the line itself could never come forth. Without gaps in time, no distinct time could ever be given. No truly new day could ever dawn yet again without the gap of the night between one day and another. Such gaps are not to be filled in. If there were no differences between them, the past and the present would meld seamlessly together and wipe out all their differences with the future. Time would lose all time to keep time. Be patient, then, for time's sake.